probably come down, continue to come down. But how far down, I don't think anyone can tell, and that is in weeks. But it's hard to tell, but it will come down. And it could come down fairly significantly. It could come down the better part of, anything from 10 cents to 35 cents a gallon. It's unknown.
USA Radio News.
According to the World Gold Council, while demand for gold is surging, 72% of people reply they lack the necessary know-how to do so. Hi, my name's Adam Barata, owner of Advantage Gold, hands down the highest-rated gold dealer in the country. The reason? We lead with education. We've taught millions of investors how to buy gold safely and securely, and our in-depth gold guide explains everything you need to know. From what type of metals to consider, if an IRA or cash transaction is best, and how you can be certain that the gold you're buying is authentic, certified, and real. Call 800-900-8000 now and get our #1 rated first-time gold buyer's kit. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Get the information you need to secure your future. Call 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000 today.
Than the first spaceship that landed on the moon. It's guaranteed. Car options, as well as roadside assistance and trip reimbursement. All that at no extra cost. Getting coverage is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, contact CarShield for your free quote. 2, tell them about your vehicle. 3, choose the type of protection you need. That's it. Look, I love my car. I don't want to replace it, even if I did. Used car prices right now are outrageous. New cars are impossible to find. So whether your car has 5,000 or 150,000 miles, CarShield has options to fit your budget. Get coverage today by going to carshield.com/Bubba. Also, go to rickandbubba.com. Look for the sponsors link. A deductible may apply.
What do U.S. News, PC Magazine, and Popular Science have in common? They all rank Simply Safe Home Security as the best home security system of 2021. Simply Safe protects your whole home around the clock, every door, window, and room. It's backed by the best 24/7 professional monitoring in the business, ready to dispatch police, firefighters, or EMTs to your home with a comprehensive set of sensors and cameras, including all the new wireless outdoor security camera. You always know what's going on in and outside of your home. Simply Safe is less than $1 a day, and you can get it set up in around 30 minutes. There's never a long-term contract, and you can even try it for 60 days risk-free to see if you like it. You can customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafebubba.com. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafebubba.com or visit rickandbubba.com under the sponsors for a link.
This winter, upgrade your daily routine with
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Dad's service to our country is something we're so proud of. He made a difference and set a great example. Now it's our turn to honor the sacrifices he made for our family and this country. As veteran specialists, Hires Baxley Funeral Service helps us celebrate Dad's life and can help you too. Hires Baxley is here for you during your time of need or when planning for the future. For more information, call 352-484-0891 or visit hiresbaxley.com/choice.
Howdy folks, RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. And in a display of proof that I don't vote along party lines, I'm going to tell you that I agree with the Democrats in the House of Representatives.
On what?
Today, they will take up the vote on the legalization federally of marijuana. They will vote to remove it from the criminal controlled substance list that lists it the same as heroin, hallucinogenics, and cocaine. They will vote to basically say that it's not federally illegal anymore, so that will then open up the ability of states where it's legal. By the way, it's legal in 36 states and the District of Columbia, either as a medical use or as a recreational use. None of those states, however, nobody in those states that work in the marijuana business can use the banking system to hold their money.
Correct.
Because it's federally against the law, and the federal government oversees, with the FDIC and everything, oversees the banking industry.
And they're currently not taxed.
Right.
Because
federally.
of it, federally because of it.
Right. So they're going.
However, some in the business actually hold money to the side every year
because they know it's coming.
Because it's coming, and they will go backwards.
Well, not only are they going to try to legalize marijuana with this House vote federally, but they're going to go back and expunge the records of people. There are some people, because of strict sentencing guidelines. By the way, sentencing guidelines that were passed in 1994. You know who the bill sponsor was, the sentencing guidelines, the mandatory sentences that sent people to jail? There's a man in jail for life with no parole because of 3 convictions of marijuana sales, illegal marijuana sales. You know who was the bill sponsor of that legislation that made it where people are in jail for more years for marijuana sales than they are for murder?
Who?
Your current president, Joe Biden. Just so you know, the man who helps the African American community passed a bill that locked up more African Americans than any other one federal bill that you ever saw. But that's okay. We don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. But now it looks like that it's going to go to the House, and it's going to pass because the House has more Democrats than does Republicans. It's going to pass. Most Republicans will vote against it along party lines.
Why?
Because the Democrats want it.
That's it.
There's no other reason. There's no other logical reason to vote against this legislation. You say, oh, it's a gateway drug. No, it's not. Oh, law enforcement doesn't want it. It's in 36 states. Law enforcement can't do anything about it. Okay, all your arguments. I will tell you from my own experience, and I'll be the first one to admit I have my medical marijuana card and use marijuana on a regular basis.
Yes.
Because I don't take opioids.
Right.
And I no longer destroy the walls of my stomach by eating a 250-tablet bottle of ibuprofen every 8 to 10 days.
Correct.
My wife will tell you I sleep and am not in as much pain as I once was when we first got together.
Your wife
to now. Your wife
made you get your medical card.
Right. Florida, I think, is perfect. I don't believe it needs to be recreational in Florida. I understand why recreational use, I'm not okay. I don't know that I'm okay with recreational use, legalized recreational use. But medical-wise, so it can be prescribed by a doctor, it can be, overseen and everything, perfectly okay with that. And the fact that the federal government hadn't decriminalized it so you couldn't have the security of banks and stuff like that for a legitimate industry in 36 states.
Right.
You know, it only takes 38 states to ratify an amendment to the Constitution. So we're only 2 states short of having enough to put an amendment in the Constitution that marijuana is legal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It's about time the federal government did something. And the Republicans are wrong. If you vote against this, you're wrong, in my opinion. And I'm a card-toting Republican. But on this issue, Democrats are getting it right. That's how you should always look at politics, by an issue-by-issue basis.
Mm-hmm.
And on this issue, the Republicans at the federal level are wrong. I will tell Mike Balkin would disagree with me probably. Billy Wood would disagree with me. They're wrong. It's time that, marijuana is legal in 36 states in some form.
Mm-hmm.
The federal government has basically turned the other cheek towards it, not went after anybody since it's become legal in so many states.
Mm-hmm.
But they still handicap the system and make it very dangerous, by the way, for people that are legally selling marijuana because of all the cash on hand. Do you know you can't go into a dispensary and use anything but cash?
Mm-hmm.
That's dangerous.
Right.
Because of the robbery aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have no place they can go put that cash to keep it safely.
And at the larger facilities, how do they pay their employees?
Cash.
And that's really, then they're going home with, whatever they make a week,
Right.
$800,000, whatever
They
it is.
could be robbed.
They could be robbed.
And you can't, once you rob the cash, there's no getting that back.
Yeah.
So on this issue, the Democrats are getting it right. Now, do I think they're doing it in the spring and summer to try to push it through so they can use that as a calling card during the midterms? Oh, of course it's politically driven why they're pushing it through so fast now. Because, we got to get done. That way we can say in the midterms, look, we're trying to help you. 36 states have approved this. It's about time we approve it too.
But wouldn't it be the Republicans can do the same thing?
Same exact thing.
If they voted for it?
Of course they could.
And say the exact same thing?
Of course they could.
Because it is.
But that would mean they agreed with the Democrats, and God, don't let that happen. Please, God, don't let 435 people get on the same page in Washington. God knows what would happen then.
I don't know.
Oh, God, what could happen?
We might get some stuff done.
Stop. Now you're just trying to tease me.
We might actually get some work done, like
But-
everybody wants to.
But this is legislation that, while some people think it's minor, it is much needed. 36 out of 50 states and the District of Columbia have decriminalized or legalized marijuana in some form, either through medical use like it is in Florida or in recreational use like it is in Colorado and California, where it's just the same, it's thought of same as beer or liquor. And by the way, for those of you out there that say marijuana is a terrible drug, and first off, it's a weed, it's not a drug, in my estimation. But if you want to classify it as a drug, that's fine. So's alcohol. By the way, the number one abused drug in this country?
Cigarettes?
Nicotine. Okay?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, let's clear that up.
And by the way, tobacco, isn't that a plant as well?
100%. 100% it is. So for those that say, it should stay illegal and all, get with the times, first off. Okay? Second off, the value it has to help cancer patients and epilepsy patients. And it's been shown now with 20 years, it's been shown that it helps. Okay? It needs to be legal federally so that doctors don't fear. A Florida doctor writes a prescription. Federally, he could be arrested for writing a marijuana prescription. Even though the voters of Florida overwhelmingly, by 71%, voted it in, the federal government can still arrest a doctor if he wanted to.
Right.
They could raid a dispensary and take everybody to jail if they wanted to.
Right.
Because it's illegal federally. The DEA could come in and take these dispensaries out if they wanted to. Well, we voted on it as a voting group, and it passed. Let our voices be heard. Vote to legalize marijuana. And as a Republican, get on board. Use this to your advantage.
Right.
Not a disadvantage.
It's going to happen anyway.
It's going to happen anyway.
It's going to happen.
And
it should have happened a long time ago.
It should have happened a long time ago.
Or if you were not going to legalize it, then you should make tobacco illegal.
And that ain't happening.
And that is.
By the way,
how long has that been killing
people? By the way,
people?
you know why it's been illegal so long? Because of the lobbyists at the tobacco and the alcohol companies.
I bet.
By the way, once it's legal federally, do you know how quick Philip Morris and R.J. Reynolds and those people are going to get in on the action? They're already set up for it. They already have the plants and everything, the manufacturing plants, the factories. They just, one day a week, they run marijuana instead of tobacco. They're ready to go. So I think that this is one of the times where I would go against my party and say the Republican Party, if they vote against this, what they're expected to widely do along party lines, this to be voted down by Republicans, yes by Democrats. And it's probably going to be one of the last things Democrats get to push through before they lose the midterms. You're wrong if you vote against this, in my opinion.
I agree with that. So, you're wrong.
You're wrong, because I know it's helped me medically immensely.
Mm-hmm.
Immensely.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody goes, well, Tom, but what about your brain waves or your acuity? Has it shortened your life?
Mm-mm.
I shortened my life years ago, believe me. Okay.
Well, I mean, eating a container of Advil was shortening your life.
100% it was. Just like eating a container of ice cream every day shortens an obese person's life. You know, if you want to talk about how things shorten your life, there's a lot of things we do on a daily basis that shorten your life.
Yes.
Lots of things.
Lots of things.
So don't use that as an excuse. And the reason you're voting against it if you're a Republican is because, well, they voted for it. We can't vote against it. We can't vote for it.
Well, yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Happens all the time. Take a break, come back, and wrap up the week that was Ocala Talks. On an April Fool's Day, Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. This is WOCA, The Source.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two Men in a Truck.
Think you know Dex Imaging? Think again. In the office, streamlining communications. In the field, delivering top-notch service, enhancing productivity and reducing downtime. In the data center, a part of the growing digital document revolution. In the world of business, supporting entrepreneurs and helping companies grow. In the forefront of technology, developing cutting-edge document management solutions. So if you think you know Dex Imaging, you don't know Dex.
Hello, I'm Mark Sears with Regency Printing. With over 10 years in the printing business, I know you'll find Regency Printing the place for all your local printing needs. Plus, I have fax services, mailbox rentals, notary service, U.S. mail, pack and ship, all at one convenient location, 2375 Northeast 25th Avenue. Just look for the yellow signs. Regency Printing, 789-6683. That's 789-6683. Regency Printing.
Hey, I didn't know it rained last night.
Oh, it didn't. Why do you say that?
Because little Johnny's in the backyard playing in that big mud puddle.
Did you leave the hose on?
No, the neighbor borrowed it yesterday.
Wait, is that the side where the septic...
Johnny, get out of there!
Having septic problems? At Mike Scott Plumbing, we can make those septic worries disappear. We can pump your septic tank, repair your drain field, and, if needed, even install a whole new system. At Mike Scott Plumbing, we don't take crap from anyone. We take it from everyone. 237-2888. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chats. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Shamrock Security Systems, 629-3223. Shamrock Security Systems is located here in Ocala, Florida. Shamrock Security Systems is a top-rated alarm company offering 24/7 monitoring, video surveillance, fire and flood protection. You'll sleep a little better once the job is done. Shamrock Security Systems for over 31 years. 629-3223. Get a 100% free quote from Shamrock Security. 629-3223.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks as we wrap up the week, but start a new month all at the same time. That's kind of weird, isn't it? We wrap up the week, but start a new month.
No, it's not weird. It
It's
happens all the time.
I know it does. I know, but still.
It happens the
Friday,
first of every
April 1st.
month.
You know, earlier today I did an April Fool's joke.
You did on the dogs?
No.
On yourself?
No, here on the radio. I did a live April Fool's joke.
Okay, what was that?
As I came on the radio this morning at 8 o'clock, I said, because of the way I had insulted him over and over about his lack of ability to know football because he was only a broadcaster and coach of little kids in football, Galen Unall had enough and had decided not to come back on the show. Then, of course, I said April Fools and introduced Galen and everything, and we went on. Then I read a text message somebody sent me. Actually, it came through Facebook Messenger.
And what was that?
This is her response to the April Fool's joke. Mary sent this response. That was cruel. I thought that Florida State apologist and Vanguard High School apologist was gone. Go Wildcats, go Gators.
Oh, Miss Mary.
She was mad Galen wasn't gone.
Look, it's actually, I like your banter back and forth, and I love the fact that Galen sticks to his guns and says, Tom, you're wrong. Because sometimes, honey, you are wrong.
I was wrong. I do remember once being wrong.
But that was a mistake?
It was 1985. And the mistake was I was wrong because I thought I was wrong and I was right, but I thought I was wrong. So I was wrong thinking I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's really the last time I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
As far as you know.
I know you're right about everything.
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 Let me see.
Well, I'm well aware.
Let me see if, one of my sales staff's in here. Let me see if he agrees. Am I always right?
Absolutely always right.
See?
Absolutely always right.
There's a salesman right there. He doesn't believe that for a second, but he didn't let me know it. You got a future in this game. How long you been doing it? 30 some odd years? You got a future in it. You got a future in it. Hey, let's get to this day in history.
All right.
This day in history, April 1st. It's April 1st already.
It is.
This day in history in 1985, we talked about this. Sports Illustrated caught the world in an April Fool's joke by introducing you to Sid the Kid, who could throw a fastball 168 miles an hour. They had pictures and everything to prove it. Only problem was it was all made up. Happened on this day in 1985. 1918, the Royal Air Force is founded in England. This is truly an amazing piece of history, as the first flight was made only 8 years after Wilbur and Orville Wright and countries around the world set up separate armed forces. Shows how important aircraft would become as part of the military. When the Royal Air Force started, it included the Sopwith Pup, the Bristol F-2B fighters, Sopwith Camels, and the Royal Aircraft Factory SE-5. So on this day in history, the Royal Air Force started, and it showed that air warfare could be effective. And that came back to be good for the British during World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Birthdays today. If I could get the computer to work here. 1 year older, Ally McGraw. She was Steve McQueen's muse. She's 83 today. Annette O'Toole is 70 today. Rachel Maddow. You know, she screams and hollers on MSNBC. She's 48 today. Mackenzie Davis is 35 today. And Logan Paul, that moron.
I don't know who that is.
He's YouTuber Logan Paul. He's got like millions and millions and millions of followers. He's a multimillionaire now because of his YouTube channel.
Fantastic.
He's actually in WrestleMania this weekend. Him and The Miz are going to wrestle against two other people in WrestleMania this weekend.
Oh, boy.
He's 27 today. So, happy birthday to all those. And, of course, happy birthday to
Olivia Johnson.
She's 19 years young
19.
today. So, and by the way, the Army, just so you know, has announced they're reducing the physical fitness standards for soldiers over the age of 35. They said the body changes. For example, you'll no longer have to drag your walker behind you when you crawl under some barbed wire. No. By the way, the Army wants you to know, April Fools.
April Fools.
So, hey, I want to thank my guests this week, everybody who listens to the show this week, all the people who called in and were a partner with the show this week, and, of course, all of our great sponsors. Without all of you, the listeners, the callers, the guests, and the sponsors, we would not be able to put this radio program together. I'd like to thank my lovely wife for being here.
My last Friday.
It's your last Friday. You're moving to Mondays.
I'm moving to Mondays. Not this next Monday.
Not next Monday, but the following
Monday.
So you won't be here at all next week.
I won't. Not unless you call me.
All right, folks. Well, that brings to a close another week of Ocala Talks. We'll be back here Monday morning, same time, right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source. Talk to you next week.
CAAM, W.